Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys are doing well. Having a wonderful day on this 14th January 2025. Sorry, we have a busy day. We're stressed. That's why this miss talking. Lately, I've been so freaking busy. But I didn't want to take the time to say thank you to people that are nice to me, which is Andrew over here. Schwartz Deli was so good. The Montreal smoked meat sandwich was fire. Love the expression, love the verbiage here. Love the fact that you like Schwartz, because Schwartz is a staple. Schwartz actually has this huge history. Really huge history. And it's also the second part of like a comment because they came to Montreal for a tournament, a hockey tournament. And they're like, yo, let's go to a restaurant. And they went to Schwartz. So, first of all, I agree, Schwartz is amazing. I'm not even a smoked meat fan. Don't like smoked meat. I think it's, there's a lot more delicious meat out there. Like, we're talking prosciutto. We're talking, I wish I knew more, but hey. More like a cold cut kind of guy than a smoked meat kind of guy. But Schwartz is a staple. So what is Schwartz? Schwartz is one of the oldest restaurants in Montreal. It's extremely old. I was open in 1915. And it's actually a really sweet story. It's to be honest, Schwartz is, I don't know. It's culturally, its cultural impact on the city of Montreal was huge. So it was made in 1930 something. I'm not gonna tell you the date, but it was made in 1930. And if you go to Schwartz, right, there's tree table. I don't know if they changed it because we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it, and it's gonna be a good conversation, right? But Schwartz for the longest of time had tree tables, so it was a very short deli. If you're looking at Schwartz, it's a Jewish name. Jewish people were very strong on making delis. They were very strong on making a little restaurant. You go in, you have your sandwich, you leave, right? So it was a really good on the spot. It was, the delis were very important because people think that fast food always existed. But before the fast food, the mother of fast food was actually delis. Get your lunch, choose your lunch, leave, right? Then fast food came and that changed everything, right? So Schwartz was one of those delis. And Schwartz, even though it was based in 1932, I was born in 1993. And I remember being 10, 11 years old, which make it 2000, which makes it 68 years after the opening date, and remembering a large file outside, right? And I was going with my father, and my father was like, Oli, we never went to Schwartz. This is such a staple. Let's fucking go. We went, right? One of my boys was a big fan of smoked meat, and I remember Schwartz, and I was like, hey, let's go to Schwartz, right? A Monday at dinner time, still a long line. Now remember, this is kind of fast foody. So Schwartz was super important culturally speaking. Now Schwartz was super important culturally speaking because even though fast food came, Schwartz stood. Even though the restaurant was very small, it stood. Even though the food was good, but there's a lot of other restaurants there. See, there's nothing wrong with smoked meat sandwich. Don't get me wrong. It's a really good smoked meat sandwich. But I don't know. Personally speaking, if I have the chance to go in a restaurant where there's one choice, or a restaurant where there's 7 choice, I'll go to 7 choice, right? And I think but Schwartz stayed. And what I love is that people are rallying up for Schwartz. They make sure that they go to Schwartz, that they support this business has been a staple from forever. Now, there's something that's really cool that not a lot of people know, right? Now, I don't know if it's still the case. I do not know. But I know that Schwartz, which was made in 32, the owner was actually pretty old, right? And they were looking to sell. And now it was a huge debate. It was a really huge debate because Schwartz is such a staple here. We want it to stay the same. The reason why we like Schwartz is the history behind it. What do we do? And then there's one person that step in. And if I tell you the person, you're not going to believe me. I think her family name is, her family name is Dion. I think her first name is Celine. Yeah, Celine Dion. The Celine Dion bought the place. Yeah. Bought the place. Right? Bought the fucking place. So we have a staple, an historic staple, owned by one of the most beloved person globally. One of the most loved Canadian person globally. and that's pretty much it. So Schwartz is a good place. I like that you like the food, but I think knowing the story behind it, because there's something special. There's something special. You know, you live your entire life. I'm older. I'm 31 years old, right? And you're seeing the city that you live in change. But in reality, it doesn't really change. You're older. Because you're older, there's multiple generation of people that create business. There's multiple generation of people that create business, which change the city of the face of the city. Because the face of the city change, the body of the city change. And yeah. But in my hometown, doesn't matter how many new restaurants, doesn't matter how many new buildings is there will always be the lakeshore and how important that lakeshore is. And yeah, if anything, it's something that's special. Schwartz is that lakeshore. Schwartz is like lakeshore, and the fact that Schwartz is in a downtown area, where it's Hutton and Bussin. The downtown. I'm living in Lachine. Lachine is possibly 30,000 people. Now there's a lot more, 50. We're talking about 50, 60, because there's a lot more condos. But we're still talking about a very small population versus somebody that's living in Montreal, where you cannot even park your car because it's so small. For business to strive this long, without changing anything, without changing the recipe, without changing the way the place is made. And also the fact, I keep on talking about Celine Dion. And I think the fact that she said, you know what, this is important. I'm Canadian. I'm going to protect that. Right? How many people that are fucking rich could be protecting a heritage, could be protecting a traditions, and they don't do it because it's not profitable. Right? That's pretty much it. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.